We had a pretty good fun day today, ladies and gentlemen. We got locked in. Don't know how you do that, but we managed it. Firstly I went out to put like some of Monty's stuff in the bin this morning. Door's fine. Tried to go out a bit later to empty the Hoover out into the bin, in the wheelie bin. Handle falls off. Door's locked. Can't unlock it. Happy days. It turns out that we could unlock it from the outside, which is annoying because if we'd have known that, in theory we could have fixed it ourselves, but we got a locksmith round. It's one of them things where like, when it happens it feels like you're like getting robbed in like daylight, because it's like obviously ludicrously expensive to call out someone on a Sunday morning to let you in and out your own house. And then like a new lock and whatnot sounds expensive. Sounds more expensive than like if we'd done it. But like, it's life, innit? Some things in life it's probably one of them. But yeah, we've got a temporary lock on there today, and then he's going to come back tomorrow and put on the proper lock. So we'll see about that. Otherwise, Formula 1 today, Beth and Ben came round. Beth and Ben are moving house soon. So they came round, they were supposed to come round yesterday, but Ben wanted a hibernation day or some bollocks. And then old Boris basically shut everyone down. So they're going to move in this next lockdown bit. We're never going to see them again. So it was like the last time I saw them. It was crazy. But yeah, it was their first time seeing Monty. They couldn't leave without seeing Monty. Anything else happened today? I don't think so. That's it. But yeah, there's a little bit of drama in the morning. Another day down, ladies and gentlemen. So it was a relatively quiet day. I was expecting the locksmith today to put the new lock on, but he didn't have to order it, so it's coming tomorrow. I feel like I'm being overcharged for it, but it's annoying. It's annoying because I feel like they've also got me by the balls, so by the short curlies, so to speak. Anyway, and also I was expecting everyone to be back in today, but only one person was back in, so I've done like a half handover of the stuff, and then otherwise I just spent the day like churning through new work. Basically, I get the luxury of being able to pick what I want to do, so I picked it. But yeah, so otherwise we are not. Yeah, we went shopping. We're doing like a lot of like recipes this week, and there's like a couple of things we couldn't get. Like we need to buy something ridiculous, like 20 spring onions. The fuck? Because it's like a sorted food packs thing where like it gives you 3 recipes that you do over 3 days, and then you buy it, and then it like all the ingredients spread over the 3 days and stuff. We need to buy 8 portobello mushrooms. The fuck? But yeah, so we couldn't get some stuff, but like it was all weird stuff that we couldn't get. So I'm gonna have to try and go to the veg shop. There's like a fruit and veg, like, oh god. I'm not looking forward to trying to track down those things. Such a weird purchase as well. And like it's kind of at a time where lockdown's coming back again, and people are going to stop panic shopping again. And we're trying to like steadfast, we still go shopping late at night, etc. But at some point tomorrow, I'm going to go to the shop and walk out with 3 trays of fucking mushrooms and 4 packs of fucking spring onions. Anyway, it's madness. It's going to look like, you can't panic buy veg. That's mental. But yeah, so that's that. Oh god, otherwise, it's bedtime. I slept like dog shit last night. My Fitbit, or Laura's Fitbit, thought, my watch is shipped as well, so it should arrive this week. My Fitbit thinks that I spent, 5 hours and 37 minutes doing elliptical training last night, of which 99% of that, my heart rate was below resting because I was asleep. But 1% of it, I was in fat burn. But yeah, I was waking up like every 2 hours. Wasn't good last night. So hopefully we can sleep better tonight, boys. Oh god. We have a new lock, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm waiting for the invoice to come because I feel like it's not the right price. I feel like I've been not only charged 20% more than what I should have been paid, but also that the price of that lock is like 3 times, is like a third of what I think they've made me pay for it. So I'm waiting for the invoice to come through just to prove myself right. And then I'm going to contact them tomorrow and be like, yo, what the fuck, dog? Otherwise though, today we tried a new recipe. We're trying like the sorted food packs app. It's pretty good, pretty good. Too much cream cheese, but pretty good. What else went on today? Today we had some more people coming back in from holiday. One more person, and tomorrow we've got one more person, I think, maybe. And refinement, which was proper confusing. It was a fun day. I managed to chip off a lot of stuff. I think I've managed to pack everything up. I feel like after today, I'm like, yeah, I did achieve stuff last week on my own. But yeah. First day of lockdown, and I'm on an extra long walk today because I can't go swimming. I'm going for an extra long walk instead because the swim baths are closed. And look at this weather, it's lovely. I fucking love it. It's like cold but crisp and dry, and I've got my big coat on and my mittens. It's lovely. Got a very low battery. I had a great day today. Well, no, planning in the morning, which was just dog shit. I hate planning. I don't know what it is about planning. It's just like getting blood from a stone. And then afternoon, I finally managed to figure out how to download log files from this thing. I had to jump through a load of security hoops to get that done. Also, bang! I've not done much with it, but I've put the other strap on and made it fit and whatnot. And it's goddamn nice. I like it. It's just a watch with a load of Fitbit stuff in it, basically. Although it is. Let's just put his paw through. Hello! Get your claws out of my chairs. We don't need that shit. Oh, a fucking savage. What? I'm just stood here. What have I done to you? But yeah, like I say, weather related, I need to do like a proper walk on it. I did next door's shopping instead. We did another sort of food recipe thing. Mushroom pasta. They're all 3 of them are like vegetarian ones. It was really nice. It's like and it's not that bad to cook either. Even though it's like everything from scratch. I mean, you put so much in it. So much. 10 fucking spring onions. What the fuck? But anyway. But let's get some battery, shall we? It's the weekend. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we had a pretty good day today. What did we do at work? Finished off a load of stuff, like admin-y related stuff. Smashed through a ticket. Which I actually didn't check whether or not that worked. I deployed it to the test environment. Assuming it worked. It was a really easy ticket. I literally did it in like moments. And then I've been working on a proof of concept for pact testing or contract testing. It's a bit fiddly. It's a bit fiddly. I'm struggling with it a little bit. There are some downsides with the way that it works at the moment, but it's interesting. I'm doing it for the testing guild to see if we can. We are in particular a service that would really benefit from that kind of thing because we're consumed by so many people. So we have to basically run the entire platform in our test environment, and then if anything breaks, it's a bitch to fix. But yeah, there's that. Otherwise, a review of the alarm on this watch. It's exactly the same as the first time I tried to use the Fitbit one, which is basically I spent the entire night panicking about it not going off. Despite going to bed. Well, yeah, it said I had 5 hours and like 3 minutes sleep. I'm just constantly awake. I'm dreaming about waking up too late. I'm dreaming about the time being wrong on it or whatever. It's madness. But yeah, otherwise, it's great. I'm actually really, really happy with it. So, mainly because it just feels like a watch, but then I like go out for my walk and it's got all this stuff on it. It's great. Otherwise, did I tell you about the calibrating it to be 5 minutes fast? That's also stressed me out as well. And I've now like checked it. It's all that works, but I had to hack it to make it 5 minutes fast. But yeah, otherwise it's the weekend. I haven't got really a lot to do this weekend. So we'll see what we can do, I guess. I don't know. We've come for a nice walk out in this like woods thing here. Fucking just shitload of fucking dead birds, boys. I assume someone's killed them and actually put them there as like food for bears. I don't fucking know. There must be like 10 pheasants there. Also, I told myself I wouldn't become one of those people that like has to get all of my steps and stuff. But I did leave the house to go and get an extra 1,000 steps at the end of the day. Because we got like 8,500 steps on that walk. You can't leave it there, can you? Otherwise, the like one thing I was semi-conscious of was like the buzzing, the alarm on it. So for when I wake up in the mornings, like how buzzy is it? Basically, I've heard really good things about the Apple Watch's buzz, and not so good things with the thingy. It's less powerful than it does feel like a little bit less like kicky, like rumbly, and more like buzzy. Than I'd like prefer in an ideal world. But it's pretty good. It woke me up. I've told it can basically wake me up at the weekend anytime between 6 and 7. It woke me up at 6:30 based on my sleeping pattern. And I woke up and I was like, I feel great. So that's good. But yeah, we went out for a really long walk today. Like a long drive to get there. We're going to try and do that more often. Because we do it obviously when we're on holiday. So why not do it when we're here, you know? What else do we do? Went to Sainsbury's because we needed to buy some more cat food and bread for tomorrow. That's about it. Pretty chilled out day. But don't judge my hair, okay? Lockdown 2 came at a really bad time for me. Okay? It's horrendous, I know. Today has been a busy day, to be honest with you. Done lots of pottering. I've done a lot of reorganisation in my office. Made my desk clearer, made my storage clearer, chucked out a load of stuff, cleaned around the house, tried to get 10,000 step walk in one hit. Turns out that's really difficult to do in one shot. You need at least like 2 30-minute walks plus walking around the house is enough to get 10k, not just like floating about. Not like what, that's like an hour and a half walk. And it was too hot. I was way too hot, so I couldn't do it. That was bad. Cooked dinner. I like a beef stew, which was lovely. Gucci. Otherwise, been looking at like Christmas presents ideas for myself and for other people, and struggling. Don't leave the house. I don't need anything in my whole life, you know. And anything I want. The only thing like I actually want now is a standing desk, which is obviously. It's just a me purchase, but I've got to work myself up for it because that is expensive. Having just bought my watch, I can't really justify spending that much money again soon. So anyway, otherwise my watch woke me up 45 minutes before my alarm, more or less, because of my smart thing. It was great. Loved every moment of it. Legit. Turns out 10,000 steps is actually a lot of steps. Like my 2 commutes and a shopping trip didn't eat to 10,000 steps. What the heck? What the goddamn heck is that all about? God damn it. So maybe I need to readdress whether or not I can hit 10,000 steps in lockdown. I don't know. Otherwise, today has been a pretty good day. I spent most of my day like using 31.5 gigs of my RAM with one thing, and then like very slowly doing everything else with the other half a gig of RAM, because I was like running this huge import thing, which I couldn't do the real way, so I had to do it the like full way, which just takes so long. It also failed 3 times as well, so that was great fun. But halfway through a proof of concept for contract testing, it's a bit fiddly. It's not best. I feel like it's one of them things that's like someone ported it to .NET, but because it's just wrapping a Ruby thing, it's probably better just to do it in Ruby. But yeah, I've got one half of it sorted. I need to get the other half of it sorted. But the problem is I need to like split out this service fabric app in such a way that it will easily allow me to host it in memory, which is not trivial, because just the way it is. Thankfully, it's not one of our oldest apps, because then that would struggle. So no, it is quite an old app, but it's relatively modern, so it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, it was fiddly AF. Oh, and also there's a load of issues with like the mock just running in Ruby, and then just like stopping me actually using the surface, because it's just like, God damn, it's a pain in the ass. Otherwise, went shopping on my own. Sad times. Because lockdown too, it's officially in. But yeah, that's that. Anything else to report for the day? Don't think so. Went shopping, came back. Didn't really do anything after that. Probably should have. But I don't know. Got to try and be a bit more productive. What's the point in this, man? Fucking hell. I don't know why I'm still doing this, to be honest. We had an interesting seminar thing after work today about Kanban and Scrum, which was quite good fun. I've never like had any official agile training, and every time you talk to people who do, they're always a bit like fucking weird. But yeah, but that was interesting. Otherwise, today got a bit like fucking sidetracked by a load of like, did an interview for a tester, which is great fun because obviously I'm not a tester. But yeah, but it was good fun. And I think I might be doing some more as well, which would be good. I was kind of really last minute, like it already started, and then I was invited in. But I think was talking about like what they're looking for and stuff. And I was like, well, if you did the interview like this, that might be easier to find, you know? So looking forward to that. Yeah, it's been a pretty good day. I've just got like a load of admin-y stuff to do. I need to throw together a lunch and learn. I need to do some interview prep stuff, and I need to do a proposal for promotion. On top of all my normal work, obviously. God damn it, man. Because our sprint is currently too empty and I want to push it to make it more full. I'm also doing a proof of concept for the testing guild as well. I'm a bit like, I'm spinning a lot of plates right now. But I woke up this morning at 5:30 because I've told my phone, you alright? That it can wake me up like up to half an hour on the weekend. So I set my alarm for 6 and tell my watch, it's my watch, that it can wake me up half an hour before if it wants to, if it feels like that's the best time. And then in the weekend, I set my alarm for 7 and then say it's got an hour to wake me up. The problem is, first time it's actually kicked off at 5:30. Got up obviously a lot earlier. Monty is like, what are you going to feed me? He doesn't know what time it is. I just came downstairs, had my breakfast, and I'm eating my breakfast. And Monty's like on the table, he's sat watching me, he's like, what the fuck's going on here? He like comes and looks in my bowl as if it's his bowl. It was a wild ride. He's gonna have to get used to that. obviously he just does like pattern matching. There's Jamie comes out of the shower, I get fed. That's not the case. I'm not feeding you before 6 o'clock in the morning because you'll start to expect it. Oh shit. Yeah, what are you doing? You okay? I can't see what you can see. There we go. He's doing the thing where he goes mental in the mouth. No, don't do that, Monty. Don't pull on that. How long your tail is, man? What's that all about? Just don't eat the... No. Monty, no. Hey, mister. Move. I'll have to remove you. The same thing happened again today where I woke up. I had 2 nightmares about snakes in the middle of the night. And I woke up at 5:20 from one of them. My alarm is due to go off at 5:30. And you look at the time. And even though the whole idea of this thing is like designed so that you wake up when you're already awake, so it doesn't feel like you're being forced to wake up. And that does work. But when you wake up at 5:20, you do go, oh shit, quick, go back to sleep before my watch thinks I'm in deep. Like, just get to deep sleep as fast as you can, and then we'll get a bit of a lie-in in. But I woke up at 5:30. The main problem is I don't really have a lot to do. You know, what can I do in the morning? Laura doesn't get up till 7. That's an hour and a half before Laura gets up. So what am I gonna do? So I kind of just like read Twitter or something in bed, and then go and have a shower, and then have breakfast and whatnot. It's not so bad on a shave day because it takes longer to have a shave, obviously, in the morning than not. But yeah, that's the main problem with getting up so early. It's like I run out of things to do. But it means I can comfortably go. There was a time where I couldn't comfortably do my full 30-minute walk, but now I can obviously comfortably do a 45-minute walk if I wanted to. But yeah. Otherwise, our new poof is here. Yellow, brave. It kind of looks a bit green in here on camera, but it's a lovely yellow. It's like a lighter version of this. I know it doesn't look it. If you remember, we had a light blue one, which I much prefer this colour, to be honest. But yeah, so that's it. What else? Otherwise, today I finished that proof of concept for contract testing. I like it. There's some caveats to it. It was like the first time in a while I've got like excited about writing something. And it got me thinking a lot about like what that kind of, it sounds a lot like this, like a really good silver bullet, like a solve all your problems kind of thing. But in its current implementation, it's not. It needs some tweaking, and there's some like decisions you need to make about like what level of testing you do for the provider tests, and I guess the other side of the test as well. So it almost makes sense for it to be component level testing, or acceptance level testing, as I would call it. But you drop some of the functionality. Also, the fact that the tooling for it isn't very good. That needs some work. And I was like, could I do it? Could I build that? Probably. So maybe I'll do that. Otherwise, I finished my that thing I was working on the other thing I'm doing. I had some issues where I'd not sorted Docker out properly. So all of the Docker support is back up and running again. That's now merged, so I can now start picking up more things. Yeah. Been doing lots of stuff, man. It's Wednesday today, isn't it? Thursday tomorrow. Last day of the week. I've got a 4-day week this week. Happy days. I've just got a day off. Just got some spare days to use, so I've just slammed them in on random Fridays. I don't think I've got... Oh no, I do have a couple of... I think I do 4-day week, 5-day week, 3-day week, 5-day week, 4-day week, 4-day week, 4-day week because of Christmas. So it's going to be great. Anyway, bedtime. Yeah, bedtime. Oh, also, watch. I'm on 40% battery. I got it this time last week. Well, tomorrow, last week. 40% battery. It dropped battery quite quickly to start with, but I was like, obviously, using all the features and stuff. And now it's kind of settled in at like 5% a day-ish, where it's basically just tracking my walk, where it's in like full workout mode for my walks and stuff. It's pretty good. That's manageable. That's what I want. It doesn't ask too much, you know. Oh, it's Friday today, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday, but it's Friday. That's the way we like to do it. Got a day off tomorrow. Don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Haven't decided yet, but I'm waking up. I'm basically treating it like a work day. I'm going to wake up at normal time and all that kind of shit. Formula One's on. Gonna do some programming. Gonna get tinkering with some stuff. Gonna enjoy it. Today has been a bit of a admin-y day, really. Bit admin-y. Just tying things in a nice little bow. A couple of meetings, refinement, dragged. But we did like a load of backlog filtering or whatever they call it. Nothing of interest though. Thursdays I do different hours because I go swimming on a Thursday morning, which obviously I can't anymore because of lockdown 2, electric boogaloo. So instead I go for a longer walk than normal. Although today was the first time in a while that my watch woke me up at 6 when the alarm is set rather than before because of my sleeping cycle. So it's kind of weird. And it was actually the first time I woke up and I was like, oh God, I'm tired. Because it was waiting for me to come into a state where I wouldn't be like that. But yeah. You know what, guys? I treated myself to a day off today, and I spent most of the day on my computer, living the dream. I've been doing some investigation into contract testing on my own stuff to try and figure out if there's any room for improvements around it. It's quite complicated stuff, but the like crux of it is like it's basically a .NET wrapper around a Ruby core. Which really simplifies the process of like the C# part obviously simplifies the process of running C# code, but then obviously because you're going from C# to Ruby you're dropping like it's just there's like a step there which is relatively complicated. It's relatively easy for it to drop the Ruby thing and not close it down properly if you are debugging for whatever reason or whatever. So I've been looking at that, trying to figure that out. What are you up to? He was on the other chair and I just saw a little paw come up. He's now going to try and wrestle me. Oi! What have I done to you? Monty? Very feisty. Otherwise I've been looking at sorting out what's it called? Authentication onto an API using Azure AD B2C. Seeing how well that goes. Most of that has been updating to the latest version of stuff. So we're moving up to .NET 5 and the latest version of C# 9. Because that's like how everything is and whatnot, you know. It just gets annoying when you're trying to install NuGet packages and it's offering you the latest version, which obviously isn't compatible with the older versions. So I just ripped through and did all that. What else did I do today? Went for my normal walks. So I got up at the same time as normal, went for my walks like normal, did the shopping for next door, played a little bit of Formula 1, finished Mario Odyssey, although got loads more moons to get. Anything else? You were nice and asleep before, Monty. What are you doing? You're savage. Treat myself to a Cornish pasty for lunch as well. Living the dream. Also had a curry for takeaway for dinner. I feel quite fat, so it's bedtime. Formula 1 this weekend as well. Got quali and whatnot tomorrow. Turkey. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good track. It's a really good track. Not sure what it was about today, but it felt like one hell of a long day. Like it just got to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever. Well, like, God, is it not the end of the day? Is it not dinner time yet? No. I get up more or less the same time. So during the week, I get up between 5:30 and 6, based on my alarm. And then during the weekend, I get up between 6 and 7, based on whenever my alarm thinks is a good time to wake me up. So I'm up for a long time. But yeah, it's weird. But then Formula 1 was on early, because quali started at 12 and was red flagged for a really long period of time. But then like we had a really slow start because Laura cut some of my hair this morning, which is why my hair is A, not gelled, and B, a bit shorter than it was yesterday. So like I wasn't dressed because I had to have like a shower first to wet it, wash it, get it cut, whatever. I wasn't dressed until like 11. Formula 1 12. Don't know where the day went, mate. Been doing some programming. I've updated my latest service to the latest and greatest.net. I've now got it authenticated. Laura was on a Zoom call with some old school friends. And it was one of the things where I was like expecting it to be like 30 minutes. So I was like, I'm just going to play this for a little bit. Oh. All right, then I'll watch this and do this. Oh, right, okay, well, I'll just do this then. I was like, oh, I'll watch the first couple of minutes of this, and then she'll finish. Watch an entire hour-long episode, and I'm like, fuck me, I could have got my head into some programming. I was deliberately not trying to get my head into it. But I've now got it authenticated. I'm not sure if Azure ID B2C is what I want. But we'll see. It's also going to really complicate tests. It's going to complicate two things: registration and having multiple users for two different platforms, because RadSpider is going to also go behind this. And it's going to complicate integration / component tests, because it will require running Azure ID B2C somewhere, whether or not that's in Azure or in some kind of in-memory host or something for tests. I don't know. It's going to be a pain in the ass anyway. Saying that, that's not overly simplified with identity server, which is what I was trying to migrate away from. But yeah. We also had dinner today. We had a sorted food Pax meal thing, but it was sweet potato, which I don't like, and couscous, which I don't like. It wasn't very nice. We ended up with a plate of chips instead. Oven chips. I'm sure it's nice if you like those two things, but I don't like those two things. Obviously, this is a 3-day weekend for me, but it feels like a really slow weekend. Had Formula 1 this morning, which was good. It was a really fucking good race. Louis won his world championship. Fucking deserved it. Fucking ace race. Loved every moment of it. I was up from 7. Race was at 10, finished at 12. Got ready to go out. Went to go get some like stuff for dinner, because we couldn't get everything in the shop. Get some Monty. We've bulked up on some food for Monty and stuff, because there's not many good shops that we can go to. So there's like a pet shop we can go to where we can like bulk buy stuff. It's much better. Then come back and done some cleaning and whatnot, and now kind of just don't know what to do with ourselves. Laura's just gone out for a run. She's trying to get back into running. Better timing than me getting back into swimming, that's for certain. So I am trying to figure out what I'm doing now. Oh yeah, so this morning when I got up, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do myself. ATM. I have my app now, my web API, protected in the sense that I can't access it. I can access bearer tokens. Oh, there's a cat there walking along with a mouse in its gob. Oh, isn't the owner of that cat lucky? God, Monty, don't do that shit. Yeah, so I was looking at this security thing, trying to get this up and running, basically. It's currently behind Azure ADB2C, but like I say, it's not doing anything. The bearer token is just basically being ignored. So I just need to figure out how to get it to protect it. It's not very obvious what it was doing, but I think it can do everything I need it to do. Hopefully. Yeah, then I can retire my security service. This is the kind of thing that you don't really want to run yourself, you know. There is no reason why I should have my own security service, especially since it can like pile out to APIs. So in theory, it can have APIs or service bus endpoints that do the stuff that I need this to do. That can do the things that my old identity service did. But yeah. I'm just relatively confused as to why it's not working. I don't even know what I've done so far today. I've been hunting down, trying to do Christmas presents. I'm really struggling. I've kind of got like a scatter of half ideas for half the people I need to get for. That's my problem. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. But it's bedtime. I have to work tomorrow, and I am going to end this video here. It's very long. I'll catch you later. We have a new person joining our team. And actually two. Technically this person joined Thursday last week. But obviously I was off Friday, and I was like kind of tying stuff up in a little bow on Thursday, so I was really busy. I'm like, technically he's not new either, he's moved from a different team. I'm like taking the opportunity to be the go-to guy, you know. So I've been doing a lot of work with him, trying to get his computer up and running, doing a whistle-stop tour of the system. I did a refactor of the way that we're doing a certain type of process. That's nearly done now, actually. We had an interesting call with a third-party company. We've been having like consistent issues with the way that their stuff works, basically. Their deduplication triggers before they're managed to successfully process stuff. We had a call with them to figure out if we could flick some settings or scale some infrastructure to try and deal with the problem. Surprisingly came up with something, but then and then the solution is to go to something else, which we can't go to on its own because there's a chance we could accidentally do a duplicate process, because technically instead of erroring it would thing. But so instead of the scenario now where it's erroring, if that was to happen and the node we're talking to was to go down and we were to send a legitimate duplicate, we would accidentally process that legitimate duplicate for however long that process takes. Apparently that's too high a risk for us. And I'm like, I don't think that's likely, guys. I think we can handle that kind of risk. That sounds like the kind of thing you can risk accept, you know? But yeah, so that was that's half the outcome of that. But we've got like lots of stuff to do. I'm spinning a lot of plates. There's something else I'm doing as well. Can't remember. Otherwise, I went for my normal walks and whatnot. Laura went shopping, so sad times that I was here. Shopping's like the best part of the week, you know. Sad times. But yeah, it's a full 5-day week this week. God damn. And another day down, another day. We've had a pretty good day today. Lots of meetings. There was lots of meetings. Talking through stuff. Just in general shit, basically. I feel like I'm doing a lot more like management stuff. I feel like I basically manage the team to a certain extent, just like organising things. I spin a lot of plates, but I finished a piece of work that I was working on, but I can't push that up yet because we've got a little dependency chain going on between someone else who's doing some other work from a different team in our repos. Yeah, having fun basically. Monty's been a bit of a shit. He got told off because he was being a little savage, but he seems to have forgiven us for telling him off, which is good. But it just turns to a little shit sometimes. I don't have anything to tell you, to be honest with you guys. Oh no, I went at lunchtime. I went to get a new eye test. I've sent off my nice pair of glasses to get new lenses put in them. And I've got my old pair of glasses, and I don't know whether I'm going to re-lens them or buy some new glasses. I'm assuming I'm going to re-lens them, to be honest. So I did all the whole thing, fine. And then I did like this fields test where you look at some dots and then you click buttons based on whether or not you can see something in your peripheral. And I like flunked the first time I did my left eye. Like I cannot stop my right eye taking over as the like primary, you know when you like go like that and you can see which eye is the primary one based on how much of your hand you can see. Like by closing that eye, majority of what I can see is like black from the hand cover over, you know? And I just couldn't fucking do that test. I had to do it twice. Because like every 3 lights I had to basically blink to try and refocus my left eye. It was mad. Never like seen that, like, you know, it was stressful. Apparently it's not too bad. Problem is, this is my worst eye. This is my good eye. So fucked it. I've come out for a, not a long walk, but a walk somewhere I don't know, and therefore potentially long as I get lost or trying to find a way back or whatever. No podcast either. I normally podcast on these walks, but I'm frustrated and I'm trying to figure out myself, which means walking along, talking to myself like a lunatic without a camera. I feel like I'm not satisfied. I'm not being fulfilled in my life, you know? But I don't know what I need to do that. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. So I don't have the battery for this, but like, I definitely do like my job, but it doesn't have the same, like, obviously I've lost Varialis stuff. That's like the most fulfilling thing that I used to spend my time doing, all of my time. But even like the job that I do, while I like it, it's not very fulfilling because like you don't see the things you've done. One, it takes a long time to do even basic stuff, but then everything we do is kind of invisible. It's like under the radar. It's not building a website and looking at a new button and going, oh yeah, I did that, you know? So it's like I've lost 2 levels of that fulfillment kind of thing, you know? So like, while I enjoy it, it's not as fulfilling as previous jobs have been, that I've enjoyed less. Also, we finished a sprint today, and I don't think I've ever looked back on a sprint and gone, oh yeah, we can be proud of that sprint. We achieved a lot in that sprint. And I think personally that's because I do the most work, and therefore on average we do less than I think we should if they were all me, you know? And then therefore you lose the fulfillment of being like, yeah, I mean, we finished a sprint goal, but there wasn't enough in the sprint, so, and we should have finished a sprint goal on Friday last week, not Tuesday this week. Correction, Friday the week before last Friday, not Tuesday this week, yesterday, you know? I generally don't know what occurred to spiral this descent into madness that I've entered. But that was yesterday. That was the review. I just took me out, man. And it's not just like work, it's like just feel off. I feel it's odd because I feel like it's culture based. I actually feel like I don't fit the culture of my team and potentially everything else, which is odd because I like it. But after planning today, we've literally planned something that I think is maybe 1 person 1 week, and there's 5 of us and it's 2 weeks. That's how much we've got in the sprint. And I was like, I need to talk, I just need to like sound off to someone. And I like messaged the Scrum Master. And I was like, if you got like 30 minutes, have a chat later. And we'd like talked it through, and I was like, just kind of let off steam a little bit of being like, I just find it so frustrating. I'm going to try and find a way to unlock me a little bit, I think. But I don't know what's going to happen. She's going to think about it and come back to me next week. Monday next week. But it was a really good chat to kind of make it obvious. I've got a ball rolling, you know what I mean? And it is the kind of thing that like if you left it and ignored it, like you'll go mad, you know what I mean? So, because there's nothing worse than be feeling bored. Like literally, oh, but yeah. But that's that. Otherwise, today I've basically spent the beginning of the day planning, not enough work, but planning. And then the rest of the day I've been building a PowerPoint presentation for a lunch and learn. I'm doing a lunch and learn. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good as well. I've like, it's gonna be entertaining. Everyone's lunch and learns are so boring. They're so like, so we did this, guys, and this is how it works. And this is gonna be like just a bit more fun. But it's like a quick whistle-stop tour into a new thing we've done and how it works and where it's gonna go in the future and all that kind of shit. But yeah, like I say, yesterday and today spiraled quite badly. I've talked it through with Laura, talked it through with the Scrum Master. I feel like I'm getting there. Done a bit of retail therapy as well this evening, buying presents and stuff. But I feel like I'm getting there. It's just I don't know what. What's the word I'm trying to say? Like I say, I don't feel like I'm getting much satisfaction from work. And I don't have a hobby or a purpose out of work. and those two things are colliding and fucking about in a much bigger way than like it should, you know. But yeah, but hopefully we'll be able to get some more work, so I can feel a bit more challenged at work, and then I can re-energise myself. We're obviously running up to Christmas now as well, so there's that too. But oh dear. Anyway, first time I read it. Really cool book right now. It's called like The Perfect Weapon or something. It's about cyber warfare. It's fucking sick. I don't know why I've got into this kind of book recently. I read a lot of like business books when I was doing my business, and then fallen into this like kind of non-fiction, like almost reporting style book. Like really good, especially this one. I'm really into it, and I've like barely even passed the first chapter. Another relatively quiet day today. Been trying to get a deployment working, and then kind of discovered that it was an old version of the app was running and taking all of the responses basically. But the like feedback loop for that is like 30 minutes for the build, because it's a big old solution with like lots of solutions in it. It's not ideal. And then like 20 minutes for the release. It's not great at all. So it's just a really slow feedback loop. And I've ran out of my background tasks to do. I was doing the presentation thing. I started looking into this next thing, which someone was doing, but they're off sick. They've been off sick for the last 2 days. And if they're not back on Monday, I'll be picking it up in their place. But they've not pushed up any of their code. So, yeah, did that. I was looking at the next piece of work if that's not available. But then, like, that's it. There is no other pieces of work after this. So, I don't know what we're going to be doing. But yeah, was there something else? Oh, also, I was helping another team do some stuff in our space. And they've finished as well, so I've lost that bit to do as well. But yeah, otherwise, I basically just the work well dried up into a slow slog. But yeah, I think I should be able to do. Yeah, it's just a bit of a pain in the ass. But it's the weekend now. Don't give a shit anymore. Nothing else really. Well, nothing else has happened. Played a lot of Mario after work. We're at the moon stage. We finished it now. We're just like collecting moons, and I've unlocked like a new world because I've got so many moons. It's really good fun, Mario. Actually, surprisingly good. I'm well impressed with it. To say I was skeptical about it. Otherwise, just ordered a couple of things for Christmas as well. I don't have anything to do, so. Bedtime again today. Semi-productive day today. Semi-productive. We sat with the fire on for a lot of it. Did all the cleaning jobs. Got up early. Fixed the window in the bathroom. That was good. I'm not all there. I'm struggling, to be honest, still. But it's so weird. I've never felt like this before. It's just like, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm just so like drained of energy. But it's not like I'm drained of energy. So I'm drained of mental energy, like mental capacity. Oh God. I just feel really low. And I don't know how to fix it, you know? And another day down, ladies and gentlemen. Woke up this morning, still not like great, but I had like a lie-in, which I don't let myself have very often. Had a lie-in, felt alright this morning, got in a fight with Monty as I was trying to leave. And as I was leaving, he just bites me and kicks the shit out of my arm as I'm trying to put him down. Oh, and that just spins my head into being like, why does everyone hate me? Like, that's how fragile I've become. It's madness. But we went out for literally like a 3-hour walk, which we're trying to do more now. We're trying to like find places where we can just go walk like we do in Cornwall, but here we make a little hot chocolate, put it in a flask, And yeah, by the end of that walk, I was feeling better. Came back here, chilled out, had some dinner, played some Mario, watched some TV, relaxing, basically. Next week is going to be a tough one because I'm on call tomorrow, which means different hours, which is, I feel like, is not going to be a good mix with my current state of mind, but we'll see how we can get on with that. I think I've only got a 4-day week though, thank fucking Christ. Just checking. But yeah, I'm off Friday. Which is good, man, I need that. But yeah. We also have something else. What's happening next week? Something else is happening? I don't know. But yeah. That's life. I was gonna check some stuff with work to see if there's shut up, Jeremy. Managed to feel a little bit better today, ladies and gentlemen. Standard day, longer walk in the morning because I start later because I'm on call. Day was relatively incident driven, with like alerts going off. We had some dead letters from some tests that happened over the weekend, which was interesting. I'm currently struggling to get one of our apps to deploy properly. It won't deploy and come up healthy, and I don't know why. It just won't start, so it won't kick any logs out. It's driving me mad. I might have to roll it back and just see. That might be a bit shit. I might have to do that in the morning. Yeah, so I need to do that. That's a pain in the ass. But I've just been spinning plates. I've been in a lot of conversations and stuff today, planning and whatnot. And I'm working with my scrum master. I've got another conversation with her tomorrow about some of the things that have been stressing me out and me in general. And I'm actually genuinely considering dabbling in a different route, specifically either Scrum Master stuff or QA stuff, software developer in test stuff. I think Scrum Master stuff interests me to a certain extent. I don't think it fully interests me, just because you get to solve people problems instead of computer problems. I'll just stick his little head up there. But my problem is that I feel like there isn't enough to do in the teams. So maybe being a software developer in test. Do you mind ripping the shit out of this chair? You're so annoying. Being that level means that you would sit effectively above 3 teams or 2 teams in our hive, but that would move to 3. So does that almost by default mean I'd enjoy it more? And I like testing stuff anyway. So is that enough, you know? What is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? You just could have come over and hit me. Oh no, you cutie pie. Oh, yes. Okay, I'll let you on. So I'm actually generally considering that because that might be my opportunity to, and our current software developer in test is going off on or maternity leave, whichever way around it is. I always get it wrong. So it's a good opportunity to try it, you know. And I feel like I might do that because it's a good opportunity to try something new. I effectively move myself into a different team that then oversees all the teams rather than thingy. And that might be more fun. Sometimes it might be a real drag, but it might be more fun. And it means I can start doing some interesting proof of concept work around the tests to make them better, and I can just kind of do constant improvement stuff. And it sounds kind of interesting. It sounds kind of exciting. I'm kind of waking myself up to that. Or we need to figure out how to get more out of our current team. That's the other thing we're talking with my Scrum Master about, being how can we get... I feel like we've hit a plateau and everyone's kind of coasting a little bit. But how do you get people to stop coasting? I guess is the nice way of putting it. But otherwise, today was a shopping day, lots of walking. Feeling a bit better. There was bits where I'm just down, but we're doing better. So, thank God for that. Monty's just eating some sellotape or something. Hey guys, I'm well proud of this. I changed that this morning. Woke up at 6 o'clock after a horrendous night's sleep of basically being awake all night, forever thinking it's time to wake up. Pulled the shower thing, didn't turn on. Fuck. But like by 7 o'clock, I'd ordered the thing, driving to the place to go picked it up, got back, changed it, popped it on, had time for a 5-minute shower before I had to log into work. Boss. 8:45. Yeah, okay, I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to start work at 8:45. But I normally wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to start work at 8. It's just a weird week. Yeah, maybe I could get up later, but I like it. And my watch could wake me up at 5:30. If I didn't sleep so bad. So, what went down today? Don't know what happened today at work. Relatively quiet. Talking about how we can make sure the team is high performing. Having some investigation there. I was talking to like the tech manager for my hive about my personal problems and Laura about that as well, and about potentially trying out like a secondment to a different role as a QA/software developer in test role. And yeah, that's about that, I think. What else? I think that's about it. I'm feeling a lot better today though, which is good. No, I've got nothing else to add. I feel like I have, but I can't remember. Good news is I fixed my problem. The problem I had was I had to basically double escape all of my escape characters because it was being double encoded twice, basically. Pain in the ass. And it was kind of being masked by another issue where the config wasn't being updated properly. Fun times. Otherwise, today has been relatively empty day, to be honest with you. It's been pretty boring. Not a lot's going on. I've now effectively finished work. I need to get this stuff merged up. And I've run out of work to do for the sprint. 1 week into the sprint, which is kind of what I predicted. Although I thought I'd be finished Friday last week. But otherwise, tonight for dinner we cooked like onion, bargies and poached egg was the meal from the Sorted Packs app. My God, did it use basically everything in the kitchen. And it's a lot of onion. Just like an entire meal of onion. Those are 2 biggest fucking onions. I think potentially too big, those onions. But it was nice. But yeah. So I've had a pretty good day today, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday, and on Thursdays I go swimming until it's coming. So instead of going swimming, because the swimming pool's closed, I go for a really long walk. So I went for like it was only just over an hour, I think, but I did like 8,000 steps, about 4 miles, I think, 4.8 miles this morning. And then in the evening I walked with Laura to the doctors and then back. So today I got 15,000 steps, boys, bossed it. Total of 8 miles walkage, not bad at all. So that was good. Otherwise, there was something else. I had 3 things. At work I started some conversations off for, hello, you okay? Oh, that was the other thing about Monty, right? So Monty's now discovered what it's like to go underneath the duvet, and he'll now like come to you to like get your attention and then lead you to the bed, get on the bed, walk around, then you pick up the duvet thing and he'll walk over to where you've just picked it up, flop onto his side so you can fold it over him, and it's the fucking cutest thing in the world. I'll have to try and get it on camera, but obviously he doesn't do it unless like he just does it once and then he goes back, you know what I mean? Once he's in there for like half an hour. So I'll just get on camera, it's great. Otherwise today, didn't realise that the thing I'd done broke an end-to-end test randomly. I've like manually run it through and it's fine, but the end-to-end tests are failing. Hey, And that's too much of a coincidence. You know, I changed something in the area, it breaks one of the tests. But I wasn't aware of that until like literally an hour to go at the end of the day. That's really annoying because I'm off tomorrow. So that's actually really frustrating. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. I think it's a threading problem rather than something else. But like I said, it was passing before. I didn't even know those tests existed for that area. So that's how stable they are. They've just always been green, so therefore you never see them. So yeah, it must have been me that's broken them in some way, shape or form. I'll figure it out. But I've been starting some conversations about, I think I've said that on a video. Not that it matters, you're never going to see this video. I've started some conversations around setting up, doing a sabbatical as a SDET, which is a software developer in test, instead of just being a software developer. So it's looking good. I'm kind of excited to start like getting that ball rolling. I kind of thought about it to start with as I think it will solve a lot of the problems that I've been having. It sounds a lot better as in like naturally suited to me compared to what I currently do, which is suited to me but slow. It's just so slow. And it's not challenging, but I feel like the SDET role will be challenging. Otherwise today I'm pretty happy with myself because I've had a couple of like run-ins with someone who I think they look down on me because I'm not a senior developer by role, but you wouldn't know that by looking at the team. Like I do most of the stuff. I take a lead in basically everything that's like outward facing. So I'm like if someone has a problem that belongs to our team, they either, if they don't know who our team is, go to the team lead, or to me, because they would have seen me talking in whatever scenario, or if they are something's happening, I'm working on it. Like my name is just about, you know, the business knows who I am more, developers know who I am more just by proxy, I guess. So I think personally, he's a little bit jealous of that. I'm not, that could just be, Dad, if you ever have a problem with anyone, two problems in the world, yeah? The solutions to all problems. It's either a problem because you're tired and you just need sleep and you'll be fine. If you could break your arm, you're tired, you know what I mean? Or it's because other people are jealous. Isn't that right, Multi-Move? But anyway, I've had a couple of run-ins with this person in the past where we've like disagreed. We clash quite a bit, I think. But he's done things before and said things to me before, which I know I wouldn't have tolerated in person. And I don't mean like, I'm gonna fucking like hit him or whatever, you know? Like, I wouldn't tolerate that in person, because in person you can like wittily snap back in such a way that is like, don't be a twat, basically. You know what I mean? Like I've got one of those kind of personalities where I'll take the piss, like, don't do something stupid because I'll take the piss out of you, effectively. And like, it left like a ludicrously patronising response to a PR comment, which firstly wouldn't be so bad if he was right and he wasn't. But it was just like, it was literally along the lines of, I suggest you Google quote marks. And then I Google the thing he's put in quote marks and it's not even related. It's only related by name. It's not even related by like in reality. So I like messaged, I was on like a public PR thing, and I messaged him privately and was like, firstly, don't patronise me. Secondly, bang. And I just like put it back in his fucking box. But you've got to be more direct over video and over voice chat, because in a room he would have done that in person and I'd have just like, I'm a witty comeback kind of guy, you know, but I basically shut the fuck up. I'll make you look like a twat in front of everyone. There was a time where, I think I said this in the video, like during a discussion of whether or not we should do it this way or this way. it's always the way where he feels strongly about something. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, you feeling strongly about something doesn't automatically veto me, so fuck you. He was like, well, the raison d'etre for this, I would rib you for life for using the words raison d'etre in a normal conversation. All right, you're a twat. But yeah, that's an example. But yeah. But yeah, I was really proud of myself because like yesterday something happened which really annoyed me, and I didn't say anything about it, and it like knocked me a little bit. I'm obviously a little bit more fragile now than I am normally, and I'm like, I can't not reply to that. That's the most fucking obscene thing I've ever seen. And he's like, do you mind? He's like, I want to jump over there, please, Jimmy. You are in the way. Can you move? What's up? He wants you, I think. Oh no, he doesn't. Anyway, yeah. So that solved that problem. I solved that problem, and I'm really glad I did because it would have really bugged me. And hopefully now he'll think twice about being a patronising son of a bitch, because he is patronising. What is it? What's up, Moo Moo? What are you doing? But that's it. I'm off tomorrow. I've got day off. I'm just using days holiday basically. I think I've did it so I've got like 4 day, 5 day, 4 day, 5 day, 3 day, 3 day until Christmas basically. Oh, Mr. Moo, you just want some attention, don't you? Yes, you do. But yeah, so I'm off tomorrow. Laura isn't, so it's not going to be a crazy day. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. I need to relax more. Excuse me. No. We're not resting. Nope. No wrestles. Nope. Right. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Fucking YOLO, mate. It's a Friday, but I had the day off today. It was bitterly cold today, like Baltic, like literally 0 -1 degrees, cold as AF. I went for 3 walks because I went for a walk at lunchtime to get pasties, because we have pasties now every Friday. £1.50 for a pasty. So basically you get a pasty, 2 pasties, and this time 4-pack of donuts, £4. You can't sniff at that, can you? Otherwise though, today I really didn't want to wake up this morning. I was knackered. I don't know if there's a way to like go, my alarm's set on this, to stop that alarm going off. Now, being like, you know what, actually tomorrow cancel it, but like keep it on for normal, you know what I mean? Don't think that's possible though. Otherwise today was spent either walking, playing Satisfactory, or watching Formula 1, and or playing chess on chess.com. Now look, call me a basic bitch, right? Obviously Queen's Gambit's out on Netflix, and it's a really good TV programme. But then YouTube has recommended me some videos that a Grandmaster does that teaches you like what he thinks and like how he does stuff. And they're really good. And it makes me want to play chess, so I was playing chess. All right? I was enjoying it. I think I've won 2 games legitimately, and 2 from them retiring or timing out from the connection thing, and I've lost a lot of the rest. I keep making dumb mistakes, but yeah, I was gonna say I need to get some practice in for my once yearly game with Dad at Christmas, but we're not going to be seeing each other at Christmas, so maybe not. I mean, I guess we could do a remote chess game, but yeah. The house lockdown, the 3 household lockdown thingamabob isn't very suitable for us. Unless we split up at Christmas, which we don't want to do. So we're going to have Christmas here. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it, personally. I'm looking forward to it, especially now that we know it's happening, rather than it being like a last minute deal kind of thing, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that they've like announced it so early. 6 o'clock this morning, Monty comes into this room. We're asleep. He's got a little ball of rolled up foil, puts it on the bed, starts going absolutely fucking mental. Laura was like trying to ignore him, because sometimes like he'll go away and come back later and like sleep a little bit more before coming to get more food. I was normally my alarm, well, he woke me up before my alarm went off anyway, but then obviously I was awake, so my alarm woke me up. And I was like, oh God, I can't get up. I need to sleep more, man. I need to sleep more. Laura gets up. I'm like, please go away. Laura gets up and feeds him. I then comes back to bed. And then like 30 minutes later, he comes back up with his fucking foil again. God damn, there's no rest for the wicked around here, boys. But otherwise, today has been a lazy day. Not doing anything of interest. I finished my Christmas shopping. I've just got like some things I need to pick up from supermarkets, basically. Like that kind of toiletry stuff, you know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. Got lots of deliveries coming this week. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. What else? Formula 1 free practice while playing some chess. I won 4 out of 5 games of chess today. 4 out of 4? Maybe 4 out of 4. I must have lost 1. 4 out of 5. I've won 4 in a row. That's all I know. My ranking is on like a steady good, which is good. I'm excited. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know why. It's so sad. Anyway. But yeah. Went for a walk. Had some dinner. Lived the dream. Right, I actually am going to end this video now. Sunday. Fun day. Basically spent all day in front of the TV. We did all the cleaning and whatnot this morning. And then watched Formula 1 at 2, which didn't end until like 5:30 because it was red flag for 45 minutes because Grosjean's car ripped in half. Fuck me. It's the most terrifying crash I've seen in a long... ever, actually. I don't think I've ever seen a crash like that. It was mad.
Excuse me, please don't do that. Don't do that.
So, yeah, that was that. We cooked dinner. Like I say, just cleaned, cooked dinner, did nothing else. Played some chess. I'm really trying to like... My whole life isn't designed for this. But I'm really trying to like normalise not doing anything. Because I beat myself up for it, naturally. Beat myself up for it. But I was listening to a podcast and it's like, oh, I'll throw some energy into like that thing. Like, and then you beat yourself up a bit more for not working on stuff. I'm just trying not to because it's not healthy for me. But yeah, so as much as I haven't done much today, it's been nice and relaxing. That means I can go to work tomorrow energised. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go read a little bit. Oh, I've also added a link to my watch and taken out a half link. So I've added half a link. And it's almost too... The problem with, obviously, these kind of wristbands, you'll see that's bit where it was too tight before, is that, like, obviously you don't have, like, small alterations to it. And I feel like it might be too big. This feels like what my old watch felt like, though. But I don't know if it's too big for it to reliably get, like, data, you know what I mean? So we'll see. But yes, otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I am off. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you later.